I'm Diane Dobitz, and I'm serving as worship associate this morning with Melinda Charam, who is a member of our congregation, sharing the blessing that she has received of the singing bowls. Our minister, Reverend Diana McLean, will be back with us next Sunday. It is my pleasure to welcome you to the Unitarian Universalist Fellowship of Mankato. All of you, whether joining us in person or on Zoom, are welcome in this time that we make sacred together. We extend an especially warm welcome to you if this is your first time attending our worship service. We appreciate that it can be difficult to cross the threshold of a new church for the first time, whether in person or online. Sunday morning is a team effort, and we are grateful for all those who help make it happen. If you are attending on Zoom today, you are welcome to stay after the service to visit together. For those attending in person, we have refreshments in the fellowship hall after worship. We acknowledge that our fellowship meets on the traditional homeland of the Dakota peoples. In continuing to understand our shared history, accepting our responsibility for reparations, and building relationships in the here and now, we want to go beyond land acknowledgement as we seek to be good relatives. A couple of announcements. Macy and Deb will be staying after the service downstairs with some art journaling materials to explore and do something with if you wish. And also Julia is here to help us learn how to do some flower pressing if you're interested. Also, one of our UUFM commitments to pro-democracy work with our UU Minnesota congregations is writing. We've gotten them all out now, I just need to get them back. 2,000 postcards being sent to Minnesota renter voters to turn out to vote. Only about 40% of renter voters usually vote in Minnesota. And each postcard requires a 56-cent stamp to reach its destination. The UUF board has approved a July 2nd collection for donations to buy the stamps. And I've already been able to buy 400 of them, so we're getting there. Come, let us now worship together.
I'm a Gandhi girl, so I thought this was a good place to start. In this age of wonders, no one will say that a thing or an idea is worthless because it is new. To say it is impossible because it is difficult is again not in consonance with the spirit of the age. Things undreamt of are daily being seen, the impossible is ever becoming possible. We are constantly being astonished these days at the amazing discoveries in the field of violence. But I maintain that far more undreamt of and seemingly impossible discoveries will be made in the field of nonviolence.
Together, we kindle a flame symbolizing our co-creation of sacred space at home and in this place made sacred by years of love. If you are on Zoom, please write in the chat that a chalice is lit on your street, and please speak the words with me from the pew cards. We are a welcoming people. Today and every day, to love beyond belief. During our opening hymn, I invite you to remain seated. It's in the teal hymnal, and it's 1009, or you can follow the words on the screen. Nancy will play through the melody once, and then we will sing the top line 3 times. Generosity is one of the spiritual qualities we aspire to and one of the practices we nurture in our community. With our offering, we give of our resources to support the work of this church. We know that giving financially is only one of the ways that we support the work. We do it too with our time and our talents. All 3 are necessary for the vital work we do for each other and for the wider community. Our second collection supports one of our community partners, organizations who are in alignment with our values. The second collection in July is a donation for postage to mail the UU Vote postcards to renter voters in Minnesota. If you are here in person but give online, as many of us do, we invite you to touch the basket as it passes you in a small ritual and recognition of your financial commitment to our congregation. Please give as generously as you are able.
We know where my, oh, here it is. Good morning. I'm a little nervous, but John keeps telling me it's a good thing, so it's all right. So I'm Melinda Charum. John and I have been members since 2017. A little bit of my background is I was in the Sound Healers Academy last year for 3 online grueling months, but I made it through, and I'm here. So these are Alchemy Crystal Singing Bowls, which are very unique, and I'll share a little bit more about them as we go. I'm also an Animal and Karuna Reiki Master, which is another reason why I'm here. I had a virtual session with my teacher a year ago, and one of our cats went gaga over the bowls, and I found the Sound Healers Academy. My life kind of goes like this. We also have Icelandic sheep, which are a huge part of our lives, and they're incredible. And I like to live my life, I think, intentionally, and gratefulness is a huge part of it. So I'm going to just bear with me, and if you want to think of those that have blessed you in your life, that would be wonderful. But I'm not here on my own at all. And the first person I like to thank with all my heart is my husband, John. He is an incredible man. He's a strong man and very smart, and I love him very much, and the love of my life. My grandmother put me on her knee when I was 5 years old and taught me to knit, put me on the learning curve, not only a huge act of love. I was the only grandchild she did that with, but put me on the learning curve, which I constantly fall off of, but I'm here because of her. And there are so many. Well, our animals have shown me so much wisdom, and some of them are pure miracles. They really are. We have cats and dogs, and they all come from the outside. I have a very good friend, Barb, high school, over 50 years now, and we had lunch, I think, in 2013, and she said, "Melinda, you're not living your dream," and pushed me. So I got a studio for 5 years and worked with wool, and so I'm very, very grateful to Barb. We talked an hour and 15 minutes on Thursday, had lunch with another friend on Friday for like 3 hours, and then talked on the phone on the way home. So we're pretty close. I'm very, very, and I have to thank Terry Eld, my mentor in the Sound Healers Academy, because I would not be here without her. It was virtual, and it was very computer techy, and I am not computer techy, and she spent so much time with me and she's actually in Westport, Connecticut, having a sound bath today, but I have to thank Terry. So this is going to be a 3-part thing: vibration, actually, with sound healing, kirtan kriya, which I'll explain a little bit of, and intention. Intention is everything. Vibration is also everything. And Kat, can you put the thing up, please? This is the sounds of the ancient universe, and it's only 10 seconds long. And if we don't hear it the first time, Kat, please replay it, because sometimes I have to kind of do it. But and just kind of listen. It's like billions and billions and billions and billions and billions of years old. There was nothing. I mean, there was nothing. And that is vibration. And that started everything. Without vibration, we would not be here. That was picked up by the Planck Space Telescope, and they translated them into frequencies that we can actually hear. We can't hear. There's so much we do not hear that it's unbelievable. But sound waves create vibrations. They are a vibration. And that was the beginning of life 13.8 billion years ago. 13.8 billion years ago. There's nothing. No sound waves, no vibrations, no sound, no us, no anything. And it kind of took me a little while to get it, but when I got it, it was like, wow. I mean, the fact that we're sitting here on a pew, I mean, that there's anything around is all because of vibration. And I never thought about the real reality of everything. And it's completely opposite of the Western model of we have to see it to believe it. I mean, vibration you cannot see, You can feel it sometimes, but you can't see it. So everything in the universe vibrates. Everything. This is vibrating. You're all vibrating. I'm vibrating. Humans actually vibrate at 8 hertz, which is 8 full cycles each second. And every part of us is vibrating. We're vibrating out. We're also bringing things in. And our range of hearing is 20 to 20,000 K. That's 20,000 vibrations per minute. And that's what we do. And we vibrate 8 hertz, which is actually the electromagnetic field of the earth. So when we're connected to the earth, we're much more grounded. And our current society is not very connected to the earth. And sound is healer. Most frequencies aren't healing. There are a few, and I'm just going to talk about 3 of them, which the alchemy crystal singing bowls can come be created in 3 of them. 432 is the frequency of nature, and that is a healing frequency, a very healing frequency. 440 is the frequency of modern music, and modern music, I say that and it's complicated, I don't even understand all of it, but in 1700s, 1800s, they got together and did one frequency for music, 440. So that means 440 full cycles per second. 528, which I love, is the miracle and manifestation frequency. And I have a full chakra set at home that's pretty incredible, right? It's pretty incredible. Through Terry. And it's all 528. And it's just, it's really something. And there are 528 here as well. So I'm just going to give a little demo. And I will say, though, first that the frequencies work on our cellular level. We are primarily water. Something I, kind of never thought of, but we are primarily water. We're also crystalline in nature. And when the bowls play, you're not just hearing them, they are going through you. And they really are calming the waves. And it's just been incredible. I was at Vine on Tuesday, and we did the Kirtan Kriya, and then I played the bowls after, for a meditation, which I'll be doing today as well. And one woman raised her hand and said that her right ear had been totally plugged for 5 days, and it unplugged. And I said, they go where they're needed, and they do. I mean, I've had some unbelievable responses to the bowls are incredible. So they recalibrate, balance the vibrations in our body, because we are vibrating as well. And I call this the 6-second, all of this is 6-second healing, Kirtan Kriya, and intention .101. I would love to do a .102 at some point, which would include a few more things. Chakras are incredible, and I would love to do a little sharing on that as well. But these bowls, I think you can hear me okay? Can you hear me all right? Okay, now I am. Okay, these are Crystal Tones Alchemy Crystal Singing Bowls, and they are not manufactured. It's a top, these are the nicest, seriously nicest bowls in the world. They now have a super grade, whatever, that are like $20-some thousand. These are not. But the least expensive of any of them are like $700. That's the least. And my chakra set is, these are beautiful, but they're not made. You can't order them. They are 99.99% crystal quartz, and they're mined in the finest crystal mine in the States, and then they put alchemies into them. And they're liquid at first, and I have no idea. So they know what alchemies are in them. They know what size they'll be, but they have no idea what hertz they'll be or what note they will be. and until they come out. And so I'm going to just introduce them a little bit. So this is a B note, which in the chakra world is the crown. But ocean indium, and this is androgynous indium. Indium is a member of the platinum family. No, indium is not a member of the platinum. That's palladium, sorry. Indium is actually a soft metal that is in the Earth's surface, so it's mined. You can actually take indium supplements, like iron supplements. They've done all sorts of research on it. Apparently it helps metabolize vitamins and minerals. And the other thing about it, which I was teasing at Vine, is I play these 12 hours a day. Apparently they have proven or believe that it's anti-aging. So this is a D in the world of chakras. D is our sacral right here. I'm gonna let this is smoky quartz, which is a very grounding crystal. And this is a G in the chakra world, our throat, our communication. This is selenite, aqua aura gold. And selenite, these are all selenite crystals. And selenite is a it clears and cleans everything. It's incredible. And this is C sharp. So it's, the rest of these are endocrine, and I'm still learning about all of that as well. There's a lot to learn. But primarily it's a root chakra. D sharp. She's emerald. And D is right here. Charcoal, platinum, and palladium is inside. And this is F sharp. All right, that's me. This is mother of platinum, and she is a G sharp, so she's also in this area. And this is, say it right, apophyllite. And I was reading about her, and I want to learn a lot more. But apophyllite is apparently connected, and so a huge healing crystal, is connected to the Merkaba, which is a very ancient symbol, and I know little about it, but it's ancient. And I love that, this is all ancient, but yet it's new. And singing bowls have been around forever, like thousands and thousands of years. And crystal singing bowls came into, I think, in like maybe the 80s or something. But this company is actually in the late 1990s. So it's really new. It's very new. So that is the bowls. And I think we're about ready, yes, to do the Kirtan Kriya. Has anyone here heard of the Kirtan Kriya? You have? It's ancient. It's a very ancient Eastern mantra mudra. It's I think, well over 1,000 years old. And it was introduced to the States in the 1960s, so it hasn't been here very long. And so it's a mantra which is speaking, and our voice is actually a powerful vibration for our bodies, used the right way. I think screaming at ourselves is not really very healing, but used the right way. And then, so mantra is speak, and mudra is hand movements. And these are Sanskrit, sa, ta, na, ma, are Sanskrit, and you do, the short version is 12 minutes, and I have it on my phone, so we're listening to that. And this is, I use the same one that the Academy used. So it's on YouTube, so it's available to anybody and everyone. So it's 12 minutes of sa, ta, na, ma. Sa means infinity, ta, life, na, transformation. So when I'm saying in my head, I transform, and then rebirth. Infinity, life, transform, rebirth, or sa, ta, na, ma. So when you're doing the whole thing, which we won't do today, 12 minutes, 2 minutes of speaking or singing, 2 minutes of, maybe we'll do it for just a few minutes, and then I'll just kind of, maybe when I give, we'll do the first 2 minutes, and then there'll be a little thing. And then that'll be the whisper. We won't do that, but we'll do 2 minutes. Does that sound all right? Would you like to do 4? Okay, we'll do it to the silence. We'll do it for 6 minutes. So, and I always, this is just like teaching knitting. When I first started teaching knitting, I was nervous too. But if it feels uncomfortable, yes, it's going to. You don't have the muscle memory. Whenever we do anything new, it doesn't feel comfortable. But you're on the learning curve, which is great. And that is really good stuff for every part of our being, to be on the learning curve, I believe. Okay, so I'm just going to start it. And so sa, let's just say it out loud for a few minutes. Sa, ta, na, ma. And if you can do the finger movements, they're also very important. What I love about the Kirtan Kriya, among how powerful it is, the Alzheimer's Prevention Organization is like all over it. And there have been all these studies on it. And what I love is that Western science is proving Eastern philosophies and practices are indeed real. And the Eastern have feelings about that what this does. Western science has proved that it actually helps connect areas of our brain. So even if you can't see it, you can still, it's real. So, okay. So I'll get this started, and then we'll just do it until the silence. And close your eyes, please, while you were doing this. And just relax and hold your chest up a little bit. Satanama, 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 Just sit for a moment. Just give yourself a moment. When you're ready, open your eyes. No rush. All the studies that have been done on it show that memory, and many studies, and I don't know how to even pronounce all of these, but apparently, on the end of our DNA is a cap called a telomere, and the kirtan kriya has been proven to protect an enzyme or something like that called telomerase, which protects the cap of our DNA strands. And when the cap of our DNA strands is no longer there, the DNA strand dies. Yes. We need DNA strands a lot. So, it's just sleep, mood. It's just amazing what the studies have shown about this. So, what I put an intention at Vine to have because the studies, how they do them is they meet weekly, which also group things are more powerful too as well, have their own kind of power. And more sound is powerful too, to meet weekly and then do it at home the rest of the 6 days. So I'll just put the intention out that could maybe perhaps happen here. So, and it also can be done on Zoom, and Zoom does work. It's amazing, but Zoom with the bowls, it works. It goes. It really does. It's just incredible. So, and the research is actually tied to 2 Nobel Peace Prizes, yeah. So, thank you. So I'm going to talk a little bit about intention, because without intention, nothing would happen. And in sound healing, intention plus frequency equals healing. Just in general, where attention goes, energy flows. When we think about something, that's when it happens. If we don't think about it, nothing happens. And gets built, made, nothing. And I just want to share about a special someone that had an intention, and it wasn't easy, and stuck with it, and now is a phenomenal knitter, Jim, who is like my poster. Yeah. Your mother was a beautiful knitter, right? And you were determined to knit, and it wasn't easy, and it's like anything, but you persevered, and you are an incredible knitter. So, thank you. Huge part of the cloth project. Huge part of the cloth project. So thank you. Thank you. Part of my life, I try to be grateful, because I didn't get here on my own. So I try to live my life with daily moments of gratitude. When something pops in, I stop and I say thank you. And, there are just some days that I just am so thrilled because I'm doing it a lot, which I'm grateful for so much. And just to be born where I was born. Our daughters were born in a horrible, awful place, that places like that should not be on this planet. But thank goodness that we were here. We could get them out of there. Not that we did it, someone, but anyway. So I just thank you. So one thing I'll also just share this with you is Reiki has 5 ideals, the Reiki ideals, and I say them to myself in the morning, and I use finger stuff too, just because. And I kind of like how to live a good life. So the 5 Reiki ideals, and I made them into all positive. I think that's also, if you have an intention, make it positive. Although there is one practice that actually uses negative things, but that would be a fun thing to do at some point in time. So the Reiki ideals are, the way I say it is, just for today. Well, thank you. Just for today, this day, today, I will be, I shall be, I am anger-free. I am worry-free. I am full of gratitude. I am devoted to my work. I am kind. And then I am grounded in the present moment in strength and harmony with grace and joy. I'm grounded, and I repeat it 3 times. I'm grounded in the present moment in strength and harmony with grace and joy. I am grounded in the present moment in strength and harmony with grace and joy. So that's how I start my mornings, which is a good way to start. So we're going to do a meditation with the bowls now. I have an invocation, and then when I say invocation, you can close your eyes whenever you're ready. And then I'll guide you through a few deep breaths. Breathing is very important as well. I've been learning more and more about breath work, which is also fascinating. I keep getting, but it's all good. It's all really good stuff. If you'd like to put your hands over your heart, you can, but you certainly don't have to. Above and below, within and without, we ask the sacred time together to be blessed in love, light, and all that is good. May our loves, angels, guides, the enlightened beings, all who are of love and light and all that is good, bless and guide our time together, bless and guide today and every day. Thank you, thank you, thank you, as it shall be. So just settle into a comfortable position, and you can have your hands wherever is most comfortable for you. It'll be a few minutes, so you might want to have your hands on your lap, or you could start with them over your heart or wherever is comfortable for you. So belly breaths are very, very important. So many of us breathe up here and don't actually get air into our bodies. So very slowly, and this is closed mouth, I learned in Qigong, closed mouth. Breathe slowly into your belly, and so you can actually feel it rising. And then breathe in, and then hold it. And then slowly release it. Push your belly in, and then hold for a moment. Breathe in very slowly into your belly as best you can. And with time, it gets easier and easier. Hold. Release. One more. Breathe deep into your belly. Hold. And slowly release. few breaths. Breathe slowly into your belly. Hold. Slowly release. Belly goes down. One more breath in. Into your belly. Hold. Release. One more. Deep breath in. Hold. And slowly release. And then whenever you're ready, you can open your eyes.